In this video, we're going to show you how to use the oil use tracking features of AircraftMX to keep up with the trend of oil consumption on your aircraft. As we get started, I want to let you know that these features also work great from your phone. So if you're accessing AircraftMX app from your phone, which I do frequently during my pre-flight, it's very easy to go ahead and make these oil use records while you're checking the oil in real time to keep your aircraft maintenance status up to date. But whether you're using your computer or your phone, it will work similarly. You're going to want to log in to app.aircraftmxapp.com and click on the oil use tab here in your aircraft dashboard. And once here, you'll see that we have a history of our last oil change and all of the times where we added oil to the engine. Since then, we've flown 30.6 hours. We've added a total of 6 quarts. And that averages out to be about 5.1 hours flown per quart of oil that we've added. So in our case, we're going to go ahead and check our oil today. We're doing our pre-flight. We actually had 7 quarts of oil. We started with 8 at our last oil addition. We went ahead and added another quart today. So we're going to mark this here. You'll see that it pulls today's date and the current, in our case, Hobbs and flight time meters from the airplane, so that they're pre-populated. You are going to want to make sure that these values are accurate. So if your times in AircraftMX have not been updated, you do want to make sure that the oil use record timers are accurate. And we're just going to quickly tap save. And you're going to see it reload on our trend analysis. So since our last oil was added, we had 3.8 hours per quart. And then you'll see the trend analysis here. And if you're adding oil or conducting an oil change, you do want to mark the entry as being for an oil change. So I'm just going to click on this entry to edit it, and we'll change it to an oil change entry. And what you'll see here is all we want to know at an oil change is how much fresh oil did you put in the engine after it was drained. This aircraft here is a Cirrus SR22, so typically we're going to put 8 quarts of fresh oil in the sump after we have completed an oil change. So I'm going to update this record, and then what you'll see is AircraftMX will start showing the overall time since last oil change. Obviously, now we haven't flown and you haven't added any more oil. But if you'll keep up with your oil change entries here and your oil use entries, then you'll have a very nice trend analysis over time to help you identify if you have any issues with excessive oil consumption on your aircraft.